Assistant Academy Director and the U19 Academy Head Coach. He's going to be presenting a 7v7 plus 1. Let's make some noise and put your hands together. Have a great session.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out and watching this 7v7 plus 1 session. I'm going to start off with something else, but 7v7 plus 1 doesn't really do the session justice. That's the number of players, that's a neutral, we get that. But the important part of this is the organization, right? You build constraints in based on how you organize those players, the shape of the field, and then what you ask of the players within the session. But a lot of this drill or this activity is really just about the game pulling out behaviors in the players. So I'll go through a few of them and you'll look for it in a second. But the field, and you guys can move the ball around. You don't have to stand still. The field is narrow and long. You'll see the field here. I had a choice of doing it in the middle, but this is where we set it up with the academy. We do it all the way from the first team, all the way down to the U14s. I did it with the U19s this week. So it looks a little bit different with each age group. But it's something that you can work with within your club. It's a quarter field, and it really does provide something for our entire game model. The 3v3, we're set up in a 3-1-3. That means there's 3 forwards against 3 backline players. The field is narrow, so it means that you have to play vertically. It means you have to find a window and play forward early, because you can't go sideways. You don't have an extra player in the back, and you don't have extra width. So that's the first part. The second part is there's 3 against 3, so you don't have an extra defender there as if you had a back 4. So you don't have a player who can step into the midfield and take away an extra player. You don't have a cover player. It means that all of your attackers are 1v1, and it gives them a better opportunity to receive a ball behind the line. And finally, the goal of this is to connect between the lines and then play in behind the line. And we just did some rondos here, but I think there are a lot of clubs, including ours, where too often our players are playing underneath when we need them to run in behind. So that's what we're hopefully going to get at. All right, so that's the setup for this drill. For this next activity, I'm going to go in a time machine back to 2013, 2014 Dino Lopez, this is how I would have started activating something like this 10 years ago. I seldom do passing patterns where there are no defenders or they're static and I'm asking for one thing because it's just not rich enough, but I'll try to do it here really quickly. Guys, so I'm going to give you a pattern, we're going to run it, I'll go through this really quickly for you. We're only going to do it for a couple of minutes. The ball starts with Thiago. I'll go through it once, then we'll get 2 balls going at once. So it's simple, it's a bounce, boom, I open, yep, and then now it's a run, away and behind, yeah? And then I'm gonna catch you in behind. And then you're just gonna pass to the other end line, and then join the next line. The same thing is happening on the other side. It's a bounce, open and play, yeah? Hold on, we start it together. Ready, let's go, yep. Guys, keep this going, I'll have the ball for you if necessary. Hey, in my old days, I would start with this, and I would think that, oh, we have a cue for someone facing forward, oh, the timing of the run, oh, we fixed this movement, and then we get this pass. And they do a great job. And then the tempo of it is driven by generally my voice, or maybe I would say, do a competition, I don't know. Hold the balls at the top here, guys, hold on. Hold the ball at the top. So if I had 2 groups, I'd have them compete, but I'll do some time competition. Guys, you have 20 seconds to get the ball around 3 times, starting with Pedro. So Pedro's ball has to get around 1, 2, 3, back to Pedro, same with your Santino. You ready? On 20 seconds, and play. Keep it going. 15 left. Is that 1? And time, that's good. So I would have done something like that and tried to drive the tempo. Fast forward, this is how I would likely start it. So let's go, let's have the teams over on this side, set up as I set you up. The balls will start in from Yianni. Let's go, John, over here, right? Set up our 3-1-3. Set up the 3-1-3. Daniel and Pedro and Max, you guys are over by Yianni. Yes. All right, let's get it. So I'll set this up really quickly. Can I get a ball, Yianni, please? Hey, simple game, guys. To start this game, it's intercept only, right? So we're still going through this, but you cannot tackle. I don't want to see any collisions where we're bumping into each other. So I'll start with red, yellow, you can only intercept. The ball goes out of bounds, it'll come in from Coach Yianni or myself. You ready? Yep, and play. So as you can see, it's a free game. We just reduce some of the competitiveness out of the game. What we find with this, it's real pictures. So this final pass that we might want to play in behind isn't just the final pass. It actually starts from the cue of the first ball going into the midfield. So if you're really a good player, you're seeing that midfielder's about to get the ball and you're already setting up your action to get it behind. And then the final cue is always that player facing the back line to play in behind. Let's go, let's go. Hey, and that's what happens. You'll see that this is very narrow. It's going to be a little congested, and ideally we try to get into a rhythm where this is some of the behaviors we want, inside passes, as well as the tempo we want. Because it's narrow, it's fast, so they have to think quickly and organize very quickly. Okay, so that's the first one. The last thing I'll say is a little bit of a nomenclature. So some of the language we use at the academy is we call windows. I'll show this in a second. Let's go. Okay, hold on, and then drop off, red, hold on, freeze. Red, drop off, can you get a ball with Jonathan? Boom, perfect. So the first thing is we will want them to drop off. The best player to play behind is the pressing player. So this player, if he has a little bit of room, as he's going, we're gonna try to play behind him. However, this is the term we're calling. So windows are spaces in between players. And ideally, when you play between a window, yeah, Jonathan, boom, it gives us a chance to eliminate players. That's the priority. But if we can play between two windows, and this works with 11-11, the second pass, if we go window, two consecutive forward passes, normally we're at the back line or behind the back line. And you'll see it. The more you do this, you'll see boom, boom, and all of a sudden we're going to goal. Very fast attacks. So I'll take the ball back. So this is the window, the space in between. The other term we have is off the edge. So right now, let's have Matthias show us off the edge. Off the edge is off the edge of the line. And this is also a window. This space between the wide player and the winger is also a window. This is a window off the edge. We only want as much width as necessary so we don't have balls to feet, so we have balls going in behind. Good? Let's get this game going again. Let's go. Play. Drop off if you have to, Jonathan. Jonathan, give him some depth. Drop off, give depth. Yep. Is Q facing forward, and now the behavior running line. Well done. So if you're watching the behavior of the players as they go through, there's more of a need to scan. There's more of an awareness. Your run is connected to the runs of the other front three. When you saw the actions that I tried to do in this first passing sequence, you would see that it's just one run and I don't have to worry about anything else. Good job. Let's go. Let me see if I can get a couple points here for us. Dropping off a little yellow, dropping off. Organizing on the front line, you don't have to be inside. Let's go, drop off. Red, give us some depth, yeah. Freeze right there. Okay, perfect. Can we get the ball back to Jonathan? So I'll do this. So the first thing I like is the organization of our two midfielders. It is on purpose that we have space in the middle with one player to deal with two. I've done this with two players versus three, and it gets really, really tight. So we have two people who can sit in windows, and their organization is excellent. As Jonathan gets the ball, Christian is sitting in a window, and so is Thiago sitting in a window, making it a tough choice for Daniel, right? And then we have Hunter having to do two things, which means, hey, we can play through, or we can play around. And if we play around, then the run and depth comes from here, but in this instance, we played through. So this is what I want to correct. So we turn and face, and Coach Yianni talked about these toe pokes and things like that. We want to have a touch that organizes our body to play in stride. Daniel, stop cheating. And then the final one, and this is where this broke down, and Dimitri was higher, is Judah's run has to be hard. There's a difference between a guy who runs at 75% and a guy who runs really hard. So if Dimitri is way faster than Judah, it doesn't matter if Judah gets an early start and is running at full speed. So that is the key. Can we get this? And this guy, as soon as he gets this cue, as soon as, play this ball in place, as soon as we get this cue, yeah, boom, one, and you're gone in pace. Hey, as soon as you get that timing down, it's hard to stop, right? So can we get it again? Can we see that in this? When this guy turns, we get hard runs out of it. Ready, ball back to Jonathan, let's play. And again, organize in the midfield. Keep it moving. Yep, open space. Play it, play it, play it. Reward the run. So what you'll find in this game is suddenly players are smart. They're going to play what you're looking for. So you're seeing people jumping into the midfield to try to take away the free player. That opens forward players. And it means we all have to be available in this. I'll try to stop it at a point where we can figure out another way to find a forward player. Freeze, freeze, freeze. All right. Perfect. Okay, so they're going to try to cut off passes. In our world, we look for inside passes. Daniel, can you give me someone on the line there, please? And chances are with you as well. Look, if we get a pass here and I play a straight pass here, these are locking passes. Hunter's locking me here. Good teams want to lock you against the line. So ultimately, yeah, can I have the ball? Can we set up? It's shiny right here. Hey, so we're going to look at this, but we're going to play either this, boom, I'll take it back, or even better, playing this one through, look at this, because Hunter has to take it. Hunter's looking to take this away, hitting the disguise one in there, right? You're always looking at this, hit this disguise one, because you looking here opens the window. I'll take the ball back. The other way we can do it, if we have to play a straight pass, Daniel, can you be a little higher? Is, hey, okay, I'm locked, Hunter does a great job, come to my side, Hunter. Is that immediately we are inside. So I play it, and immediately it's a bounce to face forward, or Daniel can get on the half turn, and this is the goal. Everyone can at least get on a half turn. Daniel, he touches inside on the half turn. Yeah, touch on the inside on the half turn. Hey, protected touch. Give the ball to Josiah. Boom. Yeah. Come tight. Boom. Can I get on a half turn this way? So now I'm hitting this one. Does that make sense? You don't want to get locked against the line. Let's get the ball back in. Guys, I'm going to release this. You can tackle now. This means that you need to drop off to create space. So you can tackle. We ready? Let's go. Play. Keep it moving. Get the ball moving. Yeah. Yep. He's off, but go ahead. I like the hard run, Hunter. Can we do it quicker? Yep. Drop off, John. Drop off, John. Open the middle. Yeah. Yeah. Quicker. If you can't turn, it's a bounce. Yep, let's go, drop off. How are we organized in the middle? Yep. Less dribbling, Liam. Yes, love that. Yep, next. On that run, I used to live in a world where I used to think a straight ball had to have a diagonal run, or a diagonal ball had to have a straight run. Hey, the best goals are a straight ball and a straight run. I am just opening up, and they're playing me through the window. And we just saw that right here from Kurban. It's the most direct way to goal. Dropping off, keep it moving. Yeah, keep it moving. Yeah, come on, Max. Faster, Jonathan. It doesn't have to be a fight. Freeze. So we can take the ball back to Jonathan. Again, this is a stop for them. Hey, so in our world, we call these collisions. So Jonathan takes a touch this way, Hunter's got good pressure. I could have played the ball, but now I just invite contact for no reason. There's not a reason. So the fewer collisions, probably the richer the football. So ideally, you're a ghost, and Hunter's coming, but the ball's gone already, and now I'm gone already. So when we say there are too many collisions, it means we're not playing the ball quickly enough, we're not organizing in space quickly enough. Let's go back to Coach Yianni. Let's go. We're going to go 2 or 3 minutes straight. Yeah. Sometimes we let it play, especially if it's killing the flow. We'd rather the game flow than us stopping for out of bounds all the time. It's more important that they see repeated actions. Can you get out? Okay, in 3, hold on, hold it there. Christian, can we add? Can you jump in as a neutral? Pedro, stay in. Hold on, freeze. Hey, so just for the last, I'm just talking about constraints here. Ways we can adjust this is to make it bigger, to make it narrower, to add players. So I'm gonna add a neutral and see if that creates more actions. So depending on the group, you might need more players or less players. You ready? So we've got both of you in the middle. You're both trying to find windows, Pedro. Yianni, you're our striker. Let's go, play. Moves quickly. Again, too many collisions for my liking. Let's go, drop off, right, come on. Drop off, yellow, open it up. Organizing in the middle, Christian. Pedro, in space, yeah, so we're connected. Yep. Let's go, drop it off. And now it's a hard running behind, yep. And now we just circulate, keep it moving, good. Freeze there, okay. Take the ball back in. Yianni, make the run you made. Hey, so this final one, and this sometimes happens when teams are dropping to take care of the depth. Go ahead, Yianni. It's not always on to play this ball, right? And sometimes, Thiago was here, sometimes if this doesn't look good to me, it just means we have to circulate the ball. So I'm gonna get someplace, I'm gonna find a new runner, go ahead, and then maybe I join, but something that's gonna stop this line from dropping and give us a second chance at this this running behind. All right, let's go, last minute. Can we get this ball moving? Nice and sharp. Hey, not on our feet, catch and play. Yep, drop it. Just find a free player. Sorry guys, let's go, play. Yep. Let's go. Can we get this ball moving? It's quick on here. Yep, catch and play. Let's go next. Drop off, yellow, drop off. Dimitri, give yourself some space. Yep, make them drop, good. Next one, good. It's good. And time. Guys, do me a favor, can we clean this up? Thank you very much. First, let me thank the players. They're having a long day. I'll finish this by saying the way it looked once we were able to press, I may have gone back to intercept only. I would rather to see the habits and behaviors and the game model that we're looking for than watch us run into each other. It is more important that they have clean pictures than that it's competitive sometimes. We can find other moments to be competitive, but in this game where it's very technical and there's this richness of timing, we probably would want to go back and say, okay, no more tackling, let's go intercept only where the rhythm is really better.
All right, thank you so much, Dino. Okay, let's open up the floor to some questions. We got our first